Hey, what is up guys, and welcome back to the MUFC football channel. And today we are back with another watch long, this time for, of course, Brighton versus Manchester United in the Premier League. Sorry I'm a little bit late. Well, very late, to be fair, 10 minutes late. Pardon me. I've just been trying to sort out the stream and stuff. Like, it's been a bit all over the place. But it should be alright. It should be alright now. Don't have my earphones. I have no idea where they are. Which isn't ideal, but we don't need them. Preferably would have them, but we don't need them. And again, I'm just doing a quick check to see if I can like spot them, but I can't. So we'll have to just get on with it. Obviously today's lineup is unchanged from the one that we played against Brentford, and I don't think anyone can really complain, can they? We were fantastic against Brentford, and I think this lineup deserved to keep their place. Sorry if you can hear an ice cream truck outside my window, because for some reason there's an ice cream truck there. I don't know. But looking actually at this game, I mean, if you want me to go through the lineups, I will. So it is, of course, David De Gea in goal. It's a back four of Diego Dalot, Victor Lindelof, Rafael Varane, and Alex Telles, with Scott McTominay and Nemanja Matic playing in our double pivot, with Bruno Fernandes off the left, Juan Mata at number 10, Alanga off the right, and Cristiano Ronaldo up top. On the bench, we do have a lot of returning faces who have been injured recently. In the likes of Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Harry Maguire, was Lingard on the bench? No, yeah, of course he was on the bench. Well, yeah, Wan-Bissaka and Maguire return. Fred obviously remains on the bench after a prolonged time out injured. You know, I'm alright, pleb. How are you, my guy? If I quickly load up the Brighton team for you lot. Here we go. So this is the Brighton team. So it is Robert Sanchez in goal. It's Joel Veltman, Lewis Dunk, Mark Cucurella, Solly March, Yves Bissouma, Moises Caicedo, and Leandro Trossard, with Pascal Grob, Alexis McAllister, and Danny Welbeck making that 11. So they have gone for their 3-4-2-1. Which I predicted they would do in the preview. Mark Cucurella, obviously traditionally more of a winger, or wing back I should say, and where Trossard looks like he's going to be playing today. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of role he plays. Will he play as kind of a static back three, or will he do what I imagine he probably will do, and we'll see Cucurella kind of overlapping and getting forward, like we kind of see when Reece James and Kyle Walker plays as a third centre back, whether that's for Chelsea or for England. I mean, we also see Azpilicueta somewhat do it as well. So it's an interesting lineup from Brighton, but I think you look at that team that United have out today, considering the performance that we saw against Brentford, you expect us to win this game, don't you? When it comes to the other games this weekend, if I quickly load them up. When it loads. It will load soon. There we go. It looks like this. So, Brentford did beat Southampton 3-0. Again, I think that further proves how good of a result and performance was it Tuesday? Monday. Last Monday was. Burnley beating Aston Villa 3-1. So Burnley not entirely safe from relegation. Could have done with at least a point today to really secure that. But they look like they will be alright. Chelsea and Wolves finishes 2-2 after a last minute equaliser from Conor Cody after a brace from Romelu Lukaku. And Crystal Palace did win 1-0 thanks to a Wilfried Zaha penalty. So when it comes to the Premier League table, this is how it looks. Obviously, we remain 6th. Brighton have dropped down to 10th. And this game is even bigger for Brighton, considering what it means. Obviously, Brighton and Crystal Palace, that's kind of... It's not a derby, but it's a rivalry. And... what am I trying to say? And obviously, both teams will want to finish above each other. This year, they've both taken big steps forward in terms of league position. Palace have control at the moment, but obviously... Well, no, sorry. Brighton have control at the moment, despite the fact Crystal Palace have league position. So, if we were to... Hold on. No, Palace do have the command. Yeah, because they've top and they played the same amount of games. Ignore me. Palace do have control, but Brighton, obviously, what they want to kind of put the pressure on them. If Brighton win today, go above Palace, pressure's on Palace. So this game not only means a lot just because they're playing Manchester United, but if they want to finish above Palace, they need to get a positive result today. Looking at the bottom of the league, that defeat for Watford today does seal their fate in relegation. So they will be playing Championship football next season. So I look forward to seeing them back in the Premier League in 2 seasons' time. This is where it gets interesting though. The race for that 18th spot: Leeds, Everton, or Burnley. Which one of them are going down? Obviously, Everton currently in that position, and you after a positive result against Chelsea, where they did play really well, you'd imagine they would be able to find a way out. Although, of course, it is going to be very, very difficult. Ralph Ragnick, what's he got to say? So Ralph is just saying, look, the last game was very encouraging against Brentford, and while it wasn't perfect defensively, from a defensive standpoint, we were very happy with how he played, and we're just hoping for more of the same. So Ralph here again just saying, look, we want to try and make sure we go into next season in a good run of form, and that's what we have to try and do today. Harry Maguire just is left on the bench just because the team was too good to be dropped. That's all that really was said. Of course, the attention will always turn to Harry Maguire, and what if he's not playing because of the price tag, because he is club captain. I think we all know realistically he shouldn't be club captain. He really probably shouldn't be here next season. Given the levels of performance we're currently seeing from Victor Lindelof and Rafael Varane, and look, I think is he the oldest of the bunch? If you're not the oldest, maybe Varane's slightly older. I mean, I can check this. Harry Maguire's 29. So is Varane. I think Lindelof might be 27. 27. So yeah, he's either the oldest or second oldest, depending on when their actual birthdays are for Varane and Maguire. And Maguire's older, 5th of March, 25th of April. So Maguire's the oldest of the lot. I think he's He's certainly worse than Varane. I don't think I think if you can sell Maguire next season, you probably do. For me. Thank you, Nico, for the like. How are we? And you're going 5-2. I'll get that written down, mate. I mean, I'd certainly take a 5-2. I don't see it happening, but... So these are the predictions so far. So if you guys want to get your predictions down into the chat and we can get them on the ticker, please feel free. Like I said, I've gone for a 2-0 United win. Nico's gone for 5-2. So, Nico's going for a high-scoring affair. I don't quite think it's going to be that. But I do hope we see a good game of football today. Between two good sides who do look to play football. Brighton certainly do. And United certainly did against Brentford. So we can do that again. Cracking game this will be. If we win tomorrow, we are 17th or 16th. Yeah, Nico, I was going through the relegation battle earlier. It's in your hands still. You've got 2 games in hand over Burnley in 16th, and you got a game in hand over Leeds. You win that game in hand over Leeds, you escape it, and then you put the pressure on Leeds. You win both those games in hand over Burnley. You put them back. You put them back in it. And if you look at Everton's run, Leicester, they can get something from that, I think. Watford, they should win. Watford already relegated. Brentford, I don't see you getting anything from that, but potentially. Palace, they can be hit or miss. And that final day against Arsenal, that's going to be massive for me. Absolutely massive. Both in terms of top 4 and potentially Europa League and obviously relegation. It could come down to the final day. Very conceivably. I don't think Southampton will be drawn into it. I don't see Burnley winning 2 out of their last 3 games to draw Southampton into it. But for once, at least, it's going to be an entertaining end to the season. So often at this time, it's all kind of wrapped up, isn't it? So often we see, oh, the Premier League title's already been decided. Oh, the relegation zone has already been sorted. Right now, title race is still on. Although I do think Man City will win it, it's still on. You look at relegation. 1 spot is still available for relegation. Europa League isn't done yet. And obviously neither is Champions League. It's all there to play for. And I mean, with Chelsea's slip up today, could something happen? No, not really. Let me refresh that actually. Pod's reaction after the draw? Todd? Who's Todd? I don't know what you really mean, sports edits, to be honest. Oh, do you mean that is he the new Chelsea owner? I haven't actually. Is it on Twitter? I tell you what is really interesting. Did you see the Bristol Rovers versus Scunthorpe United game today? Basically, just to kind of sum it up, Bristol Rovers today needed to beat Scunthorpe by 5 more than Northampton won by. I believe it was Northampton. Yeah, Northampton against Barrow. and whoever did that would go up, would get promoted. So yeah, so Northampton is in third in the League Two to get promotion. Bristol Rovers fourth going to the game, level on points. Northampton with a better goal difference by 5. However, Bristol Rovers, not City, Rovers have scored more goals. So today, Bristol Rovers needs to win by 5 more goals than Northampton did. So if Northampton won 1-0, Bristol Rovers would have to win 6-0. Northampton won 3-1. So that was a 2. So they won by 2 goals. Bristol Rovers won 7-0 and just about did it and got promoted. Stealing the last place. Scoring in the 85th minute to do so through Elliot Anderson. That is the magic of the Football League, isn't it? I don't know what. When I've just turned my head there, I've hurt my neck. Dirty Sanchez going 0-0. I'll get that written down for you. Hold on. Are you a Marvel fan? Yeah, somewhat. I'm not like a diehard. But yeah, I went and watched the what's it called? The new Doctor Strange yesterday. I did, yes. Have you watched it? I mean, look. Obviously, I was it. It was alright. I don't want to spoil it for anyone. That's my issue because it's only just come out. I don't want to talk about it if you guys haven't seen it and are planning on watching it. But yeah, it was alright. I don't know what the reviews are like on it, but I mean, have you watched it? Right, obviously, so we'll quickly go through the lineups again. So for Brighton, we have this. So it's Robert Sanchez, it's Joel Veltman, Lewis Dunk, Mark Cucurella as a back 3, Solly March, Basuma, Caicedo, and Trossard as a midfield 4, with Pascal Grob, Alexis McAllister, and Danny Welbeck up top in that 3-4-2-1. For Manchester United, it is David De Gea, Diego Dalot, Victor Lindelof, Rafael Varane, and Alex Telles making up a back 4. McTominay and Matic make up a double pivot with Bruno Fernandes, Juan Mata, Anthony Elanga, and Cristiano Ronaldo up top. Yeah, I expected a lot as well, and before I say anything, let me check something. I'll say it disappointed me. It wasn't. I would say it's not up there. It's for a movie that could have been really up there for as one of the best or one of the top tier Marvel movies, especially considering the original Doctor Strange was, it didn't hit that spot, did it? But look, kickoff is mere seconds away. So let's get ready. Let's get ready. Let's get ready to rumble. Actually, I've watched it twice. Both of the movies. Wait, my guy's going all out. How come you've watched it twice? I mean, the issue is that I have with kind of ratings like Marvel movies in general is fair enough. Is because of the standard they've set themselves for stuff like Infinity War, Endgame, the original Doctor Strange, just to name a few, the standard of movie is so high. They've set the bar so high for themselves. So even an average movie is going to seem bad in comparison. If you get what I mean. And I don't know if I just think, oh, it's bad because of that kind of, the standard is so high and it's not at that very, that pinnacle, that Infinity War pinnacle. But for most movie franchises, it would still be considered a good film. But look, we are underway here. Obviously, if you guys want to sync your game timer up with mine, please feel free. The timer is down there. That is the best way to watch these streams, as you will see the action as I do. If you decide not to, please just don't put stuff about goals or big things that happen in the game in chat before I see them. If we do, we will have to start timing people out, banning people, so on and so forth. The same old spiel. We don't want to, but if we have to, we will. But I think Thor: Love and Thunder is going to be a great movie. I certainly hope so. I certainly hope so. I mean, I saw the trailer for it. And, oh, here comes Brighton. Tellez half deals with it. Trossard puts the ball in. Danny Welbeck goes for the header. And it's out for a goal kick. Goal kick. Yeah, I've seen the trailer for Thor: Love and Thunder. I don't know. I don't know about it. I mean, I'll have to watch it again before I could really say anything. But I didn't think I was like massively excited for it when I saw the trailer. But we'll see how. Again, I'll have to watch it again. Plus, I mean, I was very much on the Doctor Strange hype train at the time when I saw it, so I wasn't really. I don't know. Just not in the mind space for it, I guess. But Brighton have the ball here, just knocking it around within their own half, slowly but surely making their way to the halfway line. Crossfield ball, looking for Solly March, and here it is. Solly March on this right hand side, looks to put the cross in. Alex Tellez stands his ground and he's out for a throw in. Is it, or is it a corner? It is a corner. So just under 3 minutes into this game, Brighton have their first corner of the game. Brighton have got some good aerial plays in the likes of Lewis Dunk. Obviously lost Dan Burn. Let's see what they can do. We should be alright. We have Cristiano Ronaldo. We have McTominay, Matic, Varane in the box. They play a short one. Brighton won straight off the training ground that. But we deal with it. All right, I'll get that written down for you, Charles. There you go. Ball comes in from Brighton for the second corner. It's actually deep into the box this time. United half clear it, and Basuma has the ball now on the halfway line and just knocks it back to Robert Sanchez. And Brighton will look just to play again. And this is what Brighton are so good at doing. Just taking the sting out of games. They're fantastic at it. Also, you see the Chelsea... yeah, I did see. Romelu Lukaku with a lovely double. And then he comes off and they bottle it. Cristiano Ronaldo, Suey. I mean, Chelsea, I have to say, they haven't been great. Since we got a draw against them under Carrick, I don't think Chelsea have been great. I mean, I don't know how factual that is, but just inside me just says they haven't been very good. You know, you get what I mean? We'll find out if I'm talking fact or not. Welcome to another episode of Fact or Cap. Right, when did we play him? So yeah, so obviously, so before Burnley against 3-0, 3-0, 4-0 against Juventus, we drew 1-0. That against Watford, fairly convincing. Although you'd argue it's probably not. The character effect. You just gonna reload or? Turns out no. Right, I can't be asked to go find it all again. Sorry guys. I'm not going through and finding all that again. So Dallo throws it into Cristiano Ronaldo. Looks for the ball back into Alanga. But Burnley have it. I keep calling Brighton Burnley. And I did it again while trying to say that. Here is Solly March. Puts the ball into the back post. Diogo Dallo wins the header. Alanga brings it down. Looks for Mata. Cucurella gets there first. Matic wins it. Mata brings it down again. And flicks it forward. Lewis Dunk steps out the back line and heads it back forward. Varane wins it. Bruno gets it down. Matic does well, but Danny Welbeck goes over, saying he's been hitting the head. I think he might have. It might be... It's actually Basuma, not Welbeck. Lionel Messi trained alone for PSG. The club has reported that he has pains in his ribs. Yeah, I saw that he was injured. I didn't know if he was training alone. I mean, yeah, like I said, I don't know anything about it. I wouldn't read too much into it. He's going to stay there. But look, I don't know if you guys saw the reports, but apparently Kylian Mbappe's also agreed to stay at Paris Saint-Germain. He's reporting he's going to sign a deal worth £50 million a year. On a 2-year contract with an option of a third. So what's that? £150 million on Kylian Mbappe on just via wages a year. Well, over his 3-year contract, I should say. Mental. But I mean, at the same time, I guess it depends how you read it, how you look into it, kind of. Because would you say, if you would you spend 150 million on signing Kylian Mbappe, but then I mean, I was going to say without paying his wages. If you If your club could pay 150 million for Kylian Mbappe, would you? Knowing you're still going to have to pay his wages. I think most would. Then take away the fact you don't have to pay their wages. I think, again, it looks even more like a obvious deal to make. I'm not on this Haaland over Mbappe hype train. I think Haaland is probably a better finisher than Mbappe. Although I don't think it's worlds apart. But I think Mbappe's a far more well-rounded player. I think you look at Mbappe, he can play on the wing, he's quick. I think he's good interplay. I think he's very, very well-rounded, Kylian Mbappe. Where I think Haaland is more of a kind of flat-track bully who, you give him a chance, he's going to put it away. He's strong, he's quick, but not versatile. I don't think he's got as many. What's the word? I think he can do less. But Brighton looking to play out from the back end, they've done really well. But this is what Brighton are all about. Just keeping the ball, knocking it around. And they make it look so easy, don't they? And here is Moises Caicedo, McAllister and Cucurella. And here they come. Trossard skips past Diogo Dalot. But Dalot gets back. And Trossard up against Dalot. Dalot, can he escape? He does really well there, Diogo Dalot. And wins a throw-in. Exactly. That's what I mean. Mbappe can play, mate. Mbappe can do all this. I don't think Haaland has that. He doesn't have that many strings to his bow. That's the phrase I was looking for. Is Mata. I mean, I have to say, this hasn't been the greatest of starts from United. I'm in the position of Man City. I want Haaland over Mbappe. If I'm yeah. I mean, I don't know which one I'd rather have at United. Yeah, I mean, I think if I'm Liverpool, I'm taking Mbappe. I think Man City, I think they probably also. I think you're right. I think Man City probably do get Haaland. Because what I would say, I think it's important to remember when I say Mbappe hasn't got the playmaking ability, that doesn't mean he can't pass a ball and can't play with his back to goal. Because of course he can. He just doesn't have like the passing range of an Mbappe. Or I don't think he has that creativity side in him. But I don't think Man City need that. They've got that in every other position. I think for them, they can just have a striker that can hold the ball up when he has to, but realistically, give him a chance, he'll put it away. And because of how good Man City are, they create all types of chances. And Mbappe, I don't think has the variation in finishing as over Haaland. I think Haaland can score from the edge of the box, or like a screamer. I think we saw him do it actually against PSG. He can score headers, he can score volleys, he can score cutbacks, he can score them all. Whereas I don't know how good Mbappe is in the air. I don't know how good Mbappe is from range. And when I mean from range, I don't mean like kind of curling it into the top corner like Anthony Martial used to be so famous for doing at United. I mean, you're running towards box, edge of the D, you're smashing it, and it's arrowing into that top corner. I mean, that's a skill I don't think kind of Lionel Messi really has. My God. The Sky is showing our stats with and without Rafael Varane. Goals wise, we've conceded 34 goals without Rafael Varane this season in 17 games. So we conceded 2 a game without Varane. With Varane, it's 0.9 per game. I think we played 19 with Varane, 17 goals conceded. Rafael, the difference Varane makes to this Manchester United back line is insane. Here comes Brighton. Matt gave the ball away, but he was moaning at, I think it was Lindelof, who stepped out as if he was coming to get it and then ran back in. Chance blocked by United. Caicedo from the edge! 1-0 Brighton. Moises Caicedo and Graham Potter got his wish. Before kickoff, he was saying how Moises Caicedo's got a goal threat, but he hasn't scored yet this season. It'd be nice if he can, and he does. And it's not great, is it? And what makes it annoying is Manchester United were interested in Caicedo. When he was at, I can't remember where he was. We were interested in him, and we'll see it. I think this is the angle you want to see. How much could David De Gea really see? Oh, it's taken a huge deflection off Scott McTominay. He's so late to getting out. Sorry, it's off. I think it might be actually off Lindelof. And he just takes it away from him. For fuck's sake. And look, the goal's been coming. It's exactly what Brighton have deserved. They've been the much better team. They've had control of this game all day long. And they've taken a deserved lead here. Kind of like Messi versus Ronaldo argument. Ronaldo's prime use is the better finish, but I mean, I disagree. I mean, I actually disagree that Ronaldo was a better finisher than Lionel Messi. All for Messi was. What I would say is Ronaldo had a more variation in his finishing ability. I'll give you that, but I wouldn't say he was a better finisher. Here comes Diego Dallo, surging forward. Wasteful ball, though. The Brighton press is so good. United just can't break out of it. Simply don't have a response at the moment. I tell you what, I really don't know how Graham Potter is still at Brighton. I think, especially if Antonio Conte leaves Spurs to go PSG this summer, I think it makes a lot of sense for them to go get Graham Potter. Maybe, probably more sense to go for him over Pochettino, really. I know Pochettino is kind of the option because of his period at Spurs and the history that they have. But I think, obviously, under Nuno and now Conte, they've been learning and training with this back three. That's exactly what Potter plays, a back three. McTominay heads it back across goal. And it's cleared by Brighton. Yeah, right now he is. But I expect Messi to be back next year. We love Brighton, the Brighton boys. Ronaldo's better for us right now. Hey, how are we, Anonymous, mate? Long time no see. You're right. How we been doing? We'll see this again from Moises Caicedo. It's a great hit. through bodies. Who does it deflect off? He might deflect off both, you know. But like I said, it's always been coming, this goal. It's always been coming because United just have not been good enough. But we're doing well here. Mata flicks it off to Ronaldo. Looks for Elanga. Cucurella does well just to barge Elanga away from the ball. Matic does the same here to, I think it was McAllister. And here is Mata. Moves it out to Tellez. Drops it to Bruno. Poor pass to Ronaldo. Imagine if Brighton had the transfer budget of the Big Six and the pool power. They'd be much better than they are because they're much better than some of their parts. That goal's not De Gea's fault. He's taken a huge deflection off of two players that are right in front of his eye line. Mata. Blocked. Yeah. Same. Look, I think look, Messi hasn't been at his best, no doubt. But I think in a sense he's been unlucky at times. The amount of times he's hit the crossbar or the post, like so many times. Like I think it must have hit him being like one of the top players for hitting the woodwork this season. And I know people will would just say, oh, that's down to poor finishing. The amount of times players actually hit the woodwork is unbelievable. Like it never really actually happens. So for the amount of times he has, in a sense, while it is in a sense bad finishing, it's also just unlucky. Like eventually, those that do hit the post will just start creeping in. Veltman goes long. Arsenal has saved numerous. I mean, I don't think he has. But I mean, at the same time, Alisson, I think, is probably at the moment undisputably the best goalkeeper in the world. And I mean, some people are even calling him at the moment one of the best ever, due to how well-rounded he is. Especially as a modern goalkeeper. So setting the bar at Alisson of, if you're not at Alisson's level, you're pathetic. It would imply every goalkeeper apart from Alisson is pathetic. Here's Sonny March. Cuts in. And again, March still. Pascal Grob. Blocked. And Bruno plays it to Tellez Mata. Bruno will go long. Elanga flicks it forward to absolutely nobody. And what about Aaron Ramsdale? Ramsdale certainly isn't saving that. I'll throw that one out there. Ramsdale certainly isn't. Here is Ronaldo after Ronaldo chop and passes it straight to a Brighton player. And Trossard looks to play it out, but good interception by Lindelof. And here is Juan Mata. Barreled and bundled over the deck by Trossard. It's a free kick to United. Mata just saying, come on, boys. It's not been a good start, especially considering the level in which we played at against Brentford. It's been chalk and cheese. But I mean, we've had this conversation before, Robert. I wouldn't be surprised if he does, because as I said about Alisson being a modern goalkeeper, De Gea isn't. But because David De Gea isn't a modern goalkeeper doesn't mean like he's a terrible goalkeeper or the goals he doesn't save are pathetic. He's unlucky. He's taken a massive deflection and he's seen it late. Like, he's got two players in front of him blocking his sight, and the ball is deflected off of both players. Well, Real Madrid did want him. We just didn't sell him. Like the idea of a modern goalkeeper has only really come in the last 3 to 4 years. Like when De Gea was wanted by Real Madrid, there was no such thing as a modern goalkeeper. You had Neuer doing what he was doing, and he was really the only one. Chance, well defended. No other goalkeeper was doing it. And when we came second in the Mourinho, he was the best goalkeeper in the world. And he wasn't a modern day goalkeeper. He wasn't a modern keeper. Like football has kind of football's always evolving, and the goalkeeper position has evolved. And De Gea is certainly a player that hasn't evolved with the time, sort of thing. And which is why I agree that I wouldn't be surprised if Erik ten Hag did replace him. But again, that doesn't make every goal we concede his fault. Yes, a goalkeeper's job is to get down quick, but even Alisson concedes goals. Like, just because you don't save something doesn't mean you're a bad goalkeeper or that piece of goalkeeping was bad. It's sometimes, again, in football, you just get unlucky where you can't see a shot or it takes a big deflection off someone. If you want to see poor goalkeeping, go to Liverpool's game against Villarreal. That will show you poor goalkeeping. That really is fucking dreadful. Alright, Alanga's down injured here. I mean, I didn't actually see why he went down. Is he alright? And Basuma just comes in and cracks him. Because we had a slightly better team of Hoser. I get it. For me, it depends. I mean, what am I trying to say? Like this idea of a modern goalkeeper. It's like not every goalkeeper has to be that. Not every goalkeeper has to be a sweeper. And as just a goalkeeper and short stopping, he is. Like as a all round modern goalkeeper, he's certainly not. And depending on what you want, he is or he isn't. I don't think Ralph Rangnick really cares about having a modern keeper. I mean, when he came in, we learned it's all about getting the ball to the forwards and to the midfield as quickly as possible with Ralph Rangnick. If that's the case, you don't need a modern goalkeeper to be sweeping up all the time, to be great on the ball, because it's just trying to get it forward all the time, get it into that midfield as quickly as possible, and De Gea can do that. But Ten Hag, who wants his goalkeepers to be involved in the play all the time, De Gea's not going to be good enough for that. And because of that, I expect him to be moved on. Whether that's straight away or after a season, we'll have to wait and find out. If we are to move him on, I don't really trust Dean Henderson. I would go for a Mike Maignan from AC Milan. A great ball there from Brighton over the top. And I think it was Welbeck. Just can't keep the shot down. And here comes Brighton again. Basuma. McTominay does well. Cristiano Ronaldo gives it back out to Diego Dalot. Back into Victor Lindelof. And can we actually go forward? That is great banter. It really is, DJ. DJ! On the little on the keyboards back in like music lesson. DJ! Well, here's Joel Veltman. Solly March up against Tellez. Puts the ball into the box. Dalot heads clear. Mata. Lovely flick into Elanga. But Mark Cucurella, who is so high at the moment, keeps it in. Here's Basuma. Cucurella. Does well. Trossard. Veltman. The poor ball. Dalot heads clear. But United can't get under. Scott McTominay, what are you doing? Just takes down a man. Referee has played on, or played the advantage. But, I mean, that probably is a booking. Here is Solly March. And look how easy Brighton make it. And you have to remember, this is all the quality players that they have. Remember, they have bloody Solly March playing. My guy, I don't particularly rate Solly March. He's knocking the ball around. Brighton just do it so easily. I tell you what. I don't know if you guys remember that Sam Clucas from... He used to play for Hull. I think he plays for Stoke now. To me, Solly March and Sam Clucas give off the same vibe. Don't know why. There's no particular logic to it, I don't think. They just do. They just do. We're offering nothing in attack. Well, we just can't handle Brighton, can we? They're absolutely dominating this game. We've just not got a midfield. And Brighton with Yes Basuma and Moises Caicedo, they're just absolutely walking it. I think you've got to get a Fred on. I mean, look, Juan Mata played so well against Brentford. I do just wonder, is this the type of game for him? Player who hasn't got the legs anymore. We're not controlling the game. We're not dictating it at all. Is this the sort of game where you bring him off, you put Bruno back at number 10, and you maybe bring on a guy Nacho. Try to inject a bit of pace, a bit of speed into that front line. Because Elanga's not the quickest. Ronaldo hasn't got the same turn of pace that he used to. See, Bruno's not particularly quick. I mean, I don't even know if Garnacho is that quick. I think he is. It would certainly help if he is. Tell you what. Ball across from Brighton. You just deal with it. We just cut. Well, look. How often have we actually got this ball down and played? Here's Caicedo. Out to Trossard. Trossard does so well against Dalot. Ball came in. McTominay heads it clear. And Bruno just smacks it long. Tellez is always getting destroyed. That's nothing new. How many passes have we actually completed? Surely that's a lie. Surely that's a lie. These are the stats. Surely Brighton have we've not completed only what 35 less passes than Brighton. I feel like they've walked all over us all game. Well, I mean they have really, but I suppose it's probably just in our own half, like here, where we're not actually getting anywhere. And when we do try, we do that. When Teller just fucks it off. What a dummy, by the way, that was. If Danny Welbeck also read it, my God, what a chance that could have been for Brighton. McTominay, turns out, loses the ball. And here comes Trossard! Just wide. Well, very wide. I actually feel this game could be set for Harry Maguire. Oh, fuck off, Brighton. Here they come. McAllister, Cucurella's to his left. He finds Cucurella. Lindelof with a good block, and Matic gets there. Now, why am I saying I think this game could be good for Maguire? Now, I think it could be because if you look at our centre-backs, Harry Maguire is undoubtedly the best at bringing the ball up from the back. Like dribbling wise. I mean, his ball carries are the best of our centre backs. I believe he's also up there for progressive passes, progressive carries. That's the word for bringing the ball up the back. I think he might have one of our best long balls wise. I think he might be up there. These are all traits of Harry Maguire that would help us in this game kind of break out of this Brighton press a lot better than we currently are. If we can hit the wingers, if we can have someone who, when he gets the ball, is able to drive out, we'd be a lot more effective. However, what I would say is I think quite often, if not all the time, when we play Brighton, the first half, we see this. We see them dominate the game, dominate the ball, create loads of chances. And then come the second half, bing, bang, boom, we somehow come out and we play and we're better than them. And they kind of crumble. So, we could see the same today. We have a free kick here, though. Bruno Fernandes winning that off of Moises Caicedo. And who's going to take it? Cristiano Ronaldo and Bruno Fernandes are going to... Looks like they will stand over it. No, Bruno Fernandes. Is he leaving it? Who's taking it? I think it's going to be Cristiano, isn't it? I think it should probably be Mata, though. I think it's more Mata area. It's pretty central, though. So maybe that does suit Cristiano Ronaldo. If he can get that movement on it. He's the one that set it down. He's done his steps. Deep breath. It will be Ronaldo. Oh. I think the ball might still be rising. I always wonder what must Ronaldo's teammates be thinking. Like Juan Mata there, very good free kick taker. When we see Cristiano Ronaldo sky about 5 free kicks per game, what does Juan Mata think? What is he thinking there? Is he thinking, why the fuck is he taking this? I would be. I'd be fuming if I was actually a good free kick taker and Cristiano Ronaldo was constantly still taking them. I'm sorry, Ronaldo's not a good free kick taker. He's not Lionel Messi. I honestly don't think goalkeepers get scared when they see Ronaldo take free kicks anymore. I really don't. I think they see Messi and they literally have like walls on the goal line to stop Messi. I really don't think goalkeepers are scared of when he takes them anymore. He scores them that infrequently. I mean, you look at that free kick he scored against Liverpool and Alisson 2 seasons ago. Unbelievable. Ronaldo can't do that anymore. Ronaldo hasn't been able to do that since, what, 2010? Cucurella pocketed Elanga. I mean, I don't think it's hard to pocket Elanga. But I mean, at the same time, I do like Cucurella. I think he is a good left back. It looks like another one of Brighton's solid and good signings, to be honest. Ooh. Right, so Brighton have a free kick here. Sort of like a corner, really. Because it's quite deep on this our left hand side. Ball comes in, travels all the way through, and Trossard picks it up, puts the ball back into the box. They want a handball on McTominay. Well, Solly March did at least. He's never going to get that, surely. And United get away with one again. What a terrible first half. What a terrible, terrible first half this has been. Moises Caicedo. Into Basuma. Back to Caicedo. Goes back into Robert Sanchez. And he'll go long. Looking for Solly March. Varane's fucked it. Danny Welbeck. Over the bar. David De Gea comes to the edge of the box almost to gather it, and Varane just gets in his way almost. Well, I'll see it again here. If they show it. Here we go. So, Robert Sanchez goes long. Ball coming. De Gea's on the edge of his box. That was a poor touch from Varane. That's what happened. Varane tries to bring it down or looks to give it back to De Gea maybe. But instead just puts it right into the path of Danny Welbeck, who tries to lob over David De Gea but just can't. And he's out for a goal kick. And United and Varane, they're getting lucky that Brighton and Danny Welbeck hasn't put us 2 goals behind. I tell you what, Danny Welbeck is a mug. United fan, came through our academy and loves to score against us. All the time he scores against us. Mata taken down. Referee says play on. Here's Cucurella. Goes backwards. Veltman's looking a little bit worse for wear. Poor touch from Solly March. Gives Tellez an opportunity to win the ball back. We can only see out for a throw-in. That's so poor from Dallo. Not Dallo. Tellez there. Bissouma. McAllister. Pascal Grob. Bissouma. McAllister. Lovely ball inside. Trossard. Nothing has come from it. And as half-time looms, United not really produced anything. Really poor first half from United for me. We have to see more in the second half if we are to win this game, because it's not been good enough in the slightest, has it? It's really, really poor. Much, much more needed. Long ball from De Gea. Well won. Tellez brings it down. Matic looks for Bruno, but it's a poor pass. Just slightly off. And Ronaldo goes diving into a challenge there. And he'll go into the boot. That will be a yellow card. And we'll see this again. I mean, it looked like Ronaldo was off the ground for a bit in that when he went starting into that challenge. No, it is only a yellow card. Studs are down. Yeah, right, cool. That's his 8th of the season, that Cristiano Ronaldo. That's a lot of bookings. A lot of bookings. Varane to Bruno. And it's half, again, like, we got about a minute and a half till half time. So we got 2 added minutes. United haven't had a sniff today. Been really, really poor. And I mean, a result like this just opens the door up for the teams around us to try and take our 6th. I mean, it's embarrassing how we're saying our 6th place spot, isn't it? Really, but that's what we're playing for at the moment. Here's Bruno. Bruno. Minute left. United have the ball. Matic. Where's the Varane? There he is. Mata. Matic. Can we get it out wide? Who's offering the width? Dallo's up wide. Bruno. Lindelof takes a good touch. In to Bruno Fernandes. Just into that gap where Matic is. Give it to Matic. Go on, Matic. Good defending by Pascal Gross. And they go long. McTominay gives it back to Varane. And with 15 seconds to go, I don't imagine anything will come. Although Bruno has it. Matic. The crossfield ball is there to Dallo. But referee blows for half time. And at half time, it is Manchester United 0. Brighton 1. And you'd have to say Brighton have deserved this lead so far. What's up, mate? How are we? Soccer Zone. I think that's been a really, really poor and disappointing first half from Manchester United, I have to say. I'm alright. How are you? Yeah, like I was just about to say, it's been a disappointing first half from United. Not created a single thing. Brighton comfortably the better side. And look, that's all you have to really look at, don't you? 9 shots to 4, 1 on target. We've not had 0. We've not had any. I mean, I'm not entirely convinced that's right. That just doesn't seem right to me. Well, I suppose it's about kind of what you're doing with them sort of passes, I guess. But United might have had more of the ball, but we're just not using it very well at all. I don't know. I mean, you shouldn't be able to not send any chats. I don't think I've got anything blocked. Any blocked words? I don't think that would stop you sending a message anyway, would it? Alanga off, Matter off, and Lingard Gvani on. I mean, I don't think that's a terrible shout. What I mean, like I said in the first half, it will say in separate parts. All right. What I would say is I don't think. Well, yeah, I get lost sometimes with what I'm saying. When it comes to Brighton, and pretty much every time we play them, we always see two Brighton sides. First half, they're always much better than us. They always dominate the game, dominate proceedings, and they should always take a heavy lead. They've got a lead this time, but it's not a heavy one. It's not. It's not a lead that we can't easily overturn, to say the least. So, if that kind of continues, the second half will be different, and maybe we don't need to make changes straight away. Chances are it won't be. Chances are they'll probably be much better. Hello, Estraz. How are we, mate? We can't fucking play whenever the opposition presses low. No, and that's because we've got players who enough of them aren't good enough. Fred in, Alanga and Bruno switch sides. Matter out maybe because the bench isn't much better. Yeah, I mean, I think the big issue United have is I think there's a lack of pace in that front line. None of them. You look at the best teams in the world, they have pace. Apart from, I mean, even Man City. I mean, when Sterling plays, has pace. But they're kind of like the, what's the word? The not exclusion. They're the only one kind of outside the rule. Look at Liverpool. Look at Chelsea. Look at Arsenal. Look at every team. Liverpool, Mane, Salah, even Diaz. They've got Jota's okay. It's fairly quick. Probably quicker than everyone in that front line, apart from maybe Cristiano Ronaldo. Saka. You've got, what's his name? You got like Werner, quick. United in that front four, in that front three behind Cristiano Ronaldo. That's not quick enough for me. And look, people will say this isn't FIFA. You don't need speed. Speed is such a valuable asset to have in football because defenders are scared of it. Like, there's a reason why players like Theo Walcott has made a career of just being quick because players are scared of it. Because there's nothing worse for a defender when you have someone who's a quality, quick player running at you and you're having to try and think quickly, think in your feet. It's an absolute nightmare. And United just don't have that. We don't have that player we can give the ball to and just leg it forward and kind of almost pin defenders back. Especially when you're under the cosh, like we are. You want somebody who can just sit there and just say, boys, we might be under the cosh here, but you give it to, for example, Dan James when we had him. Dan James will get the ball and leg it 50 yards up the pitch, and then that left back for, we'll say Cucurella today, we'll sit there and thinking, shit, I should probably stay back this time because last time I went forward, Dan James got the ball and absolutely had me on toast. So for me, you just need that bit of pace in that front line. We just don't have it. Hi guys, guess what? Jurgen Klopp's wife, has pulled more than the Man United exec board. I don't know what you mean, mate. Are you going for a 2-1 win? I mean, it's not looking likely at the moment, but let's hope. Let's certainly hope we can. I'll write that down for you. There you go. I've put yours in like the box because it's come after kickoff and at half time. I'm not just singling you out. Maybe not Lingard. I'll move Dallo up and Wan-Bissaka in right back. Maybe. I mean, we've seen Dallo play there before. Maybe it's not a terrible shout. But although I do think Dallo has played well at right back, to be fair. Alanga got bodied, and my boy Gavi is at 17 body and plays twice the side. But look, at the start of this season, I said I wanted to see Alanga because he really impressed me in pre-season. And when I said that, I expected it to be as a sub role. He's not at the level to be playing first team regular football. And that's the issue I have with Alanga at the moment. Alanga is playing and having to play first team football because other players have been worse than him, or we've loaned out Martial. Obviously, Greenwood is in the situation Greenwood is in. Sancho's injured. Alanga's having to play out of necessity. And that, because of that, I feel bad kind of putting the blame on him because he's trying his best. He's not at the level where he should be starting week in, week out for United, but has to. I think the Sue's coming out later in the match for a draw. I'm not surprised if we lose though. I wouldn't be either really. But look, I'm going to quickly go fill my bottle up. I'll be right back for the second half. Well, hopefully we'll see United make some sort of a comeback. But please do stay tuned. Stay tuned. Get right in the chat. And I'll come when I'm back. We'll quickly go through what people have said, and we'll have a nice chat about that before second half kicks off. But I'll be right back. Right, so I'm back. Let me get the face cam going. Oh, here we go. And we do have some halftime subs. Not Cristiano Ronaldo. Edinson Cavani and Fred are both coming on at halftime. Who for? We're not sure. For Matic and Elanga. What? 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 How has McTominay stayed on? Can somebody help me explain why we've taken off Nemanja Matic? Is Bruno going to move out here? Ronaldo out there. And Cavani there? I assume that's what it is. Right, the second half is underway. Give me a moment, I'll sync up the timer. There you go, timer's all synced up. Here we go. It's even worse than I thought. It's back to the 4-2-2. It's this. So Bruno is out on the left. Ronaldo's there. Massa's there. There, that's what we've got. It's Trossard. I just don't fucking lose. Just don't fucking lose. That's all. Off topic. But why does Garnacho look like Morgs in that tiny photo frame? I can see it. I mean, make it bigger. It's probably even worse. It's just the one they have on the United website for him. Match is out, you're done. The only one I've seen fighting is Dalai. So, I mean, quite too much by the looks of it. He's just been booked. Right, we'll close the prediction panel and bring it back to that. There's a long ball into the box. Varane heads clear. Bruno making a run. Cavani just dips it into Alex Tellez. McTominay is useless. A long ball straight to the Brighton defender. Brian, good interception. There it is, Brighton. Ball comes across. Trossard has it. Pulls it back to Cucurella. For fuck's sake. United are 2 goals down. Mark Cucurella fires it into the top corner. Past David De Gea. Is he crying? Cucurella, you better not be crying, you prick. United are 2 goals down against Brighton. And that's probably game over. Fuck off, Mark, you toss pot. And that, I mean, it all cut that. This whole attack comes from McTominay giving the ball away. He gets skinned. Can't put a challenge in the fucking useless donkey. Why is he even over there? McTominay is on the right of the midfield. Is on the left. Gets skinned. And then from the edge of the box, where he should be defending, Cucurella comes and scores. Fucking donkey. Absolute waste of time. A crunch time in the season, just when we started playing well, this is how we come out and play. Unbelievably bad. Fred loses the ball. Also, how the fuck did Fred get in team of the season? Most consistent. The guy's been dog. Like, he's been good for our level, but in general, he's been rubbish. Also, I mean, I'm talking like the FIFA team in the season, I should say. Bruno Fernandes in the Premier League one as well. What the fuck is that? Here's De Gea. Lovely ball out to Diego Dalot. Brings it down. And Dalot, he looks for the ball out wide to Bruno, but it's well intercepted. Bruno, can he get it out to Ronaldo? No. That for a throw-in. Game, set, match, good night. Why did McCrap not come off? Who the fuck knows? He is awful. Dalot goes long, looking for Ronaldo. Wins the first ball. Can Cavani bring it down? No. Bruno can't either. I actually think you bring on Lingard. Or Lingard or Garnacho has to come on for Mata for me. I don't think this game is for Mata anymore. Especially off the flank. Here he is. Puts a good ball in. Well, look, that's why it's worth keeping Mata on, because he can deliver. And obviously, what he might lack in athleticism, he still has in technique, but this is shit. What the hell has happened there between Dalot and Lindelof? And here is Danny Welbeck. United do get back and force him out. Here's Trossard, McAllister, Moises Caicedo, Pascal Gross, into Solly March. Basuma on the edge. United crowd him out. Fucking hell. Tellez is so easily. Ball in. Lindelof deals with it. Fred. Tellez. Back to Fred. Free kick to United. Fred wins it. After a really useless, wasteful challenge by Solly March. She doesn't have to do it. Gives us a free kick. Gives us time to recover, really. That's the genius bit. Fucking hell, are we a charity? Moises Caicedo and Cucurella both getting their first goals of the season against us. For fuck's sake. McTominay. Out to Diego Dalot. Mata. Puts the ball into the box. But Brighton deal with it. Robert Sanchez lets it run out for what he thought would be a goal kick. It will actually be a corner. This performance is even shitter than the Liverpool match. Well, it's up there, isn't it? How can we go from one of our best performances, if not our best performance of the season, to this shit? Is it the shirt? New shirt, and we perform like this. Ball comes into the box. Fred. To Bruno. Bruno. What the fuck is that? What shirt did I wear against Brentford? Did I wear my jacket against Brentford, actually? I may have worn my jacket. Yeah, that's what I mean. How? I don't know. What I said. Right. Let me check what jacket I wore. I think I wore my jacket. Might have to go put that on. Yeah, I wore my like a jacket. I might have to put that on. Bruno. Lindelof. Bruno, crossfield ball. Will it actually make it to Dalot? It does. Up against Cucurella. Into Cavani. Back to Diego Dalot. Cross comes in. Mata! From the edge of the box. First shot on target. Come on! I'll tell you what. If you guys want to see a good game later on, the Liverpool have just announced their team for today. Don't know what it is, but they have just announced it. If you guys want to find out, the stats speak for themselves. Stats don't lie. Stats do not lie. And if you guys want to see the stats, I will quickly get them up. Let me just refresh it first. 10 shots to 5. 2 on target to none. Pass accuracy, we've got the same. Mark Cucurella into Trossard. And it should be a third. It is a third. Pascal Gross scores. It's 3-0 Brighton. And there we go. Game over. And look at them. I think this is why you need a modern day keeper. Look at them all going over to Sanchez. All the defenders running over to Sanchez and celebrating with him. Shows the importance of it. Look at that ball to Cucurella. Straight away. And Diego Dalot and United just doing nothing. McTominay just fucking useless. It's McTominay's man! What the fuck is he doing? He comes across, doesn't put a single challenge in on somebody, doesn't make an attempt to do anything, leaving his man to go and fucking score. He is useless, Scott McTominay. Absolutely useless. And Brighton haven't won at home all year. 5 months into this year, Brighton haven't won at home. They're 3-0 up against us. I've just lost. The, I just can't be bothered. I just can't. Like, I thought, oh, we've turned. Look, we can see them. Danny Welbeck's in. Chipped over to Haya. It's 4-0. It's 4-0. 4-0. Rossard. 4-0. It's 4-0. It's 4-0. It's 4-0. Danny Welbeck chips it over to Haya. Dallo gets back. We might get lucky with a handball, something. I think it hits. I think we get lucky here, handball. I think it does hit his hand. They're checking it. But look. I think it does hit his hand, so I hope it does get given. But clearly, this is not clear and obvious. So it should count. The goal should stand. Because it's not clear and obvious. If they're having to check it this often and this much. But I think he does. You can see his wrist like flicks. I think it must hit his hand. But this isn't clear and obvious. The whole point of the rule is that it's clear and obvious. And he's going to stand because by the looks of it, they're checking for an offside now. And yep, goal stands. I'm not going to lie, this is Rugby's fault. He took off Alanga, nobody's tracking Kukurela now. He didn't take off Tomley for Fred and subbed on Cavani, which I've not seen. No, I agree. What is going on? Why? We were getting overrun in the midfield with 3. We've then gone to 2. And we've taken off our best midfielder. Bruno. Ronaldo looks to flick it to Cavani. I just don't get the point. Like I've just tweeted. We've gone. In the first half, we got overrun in midfield and we never got it forward. We all agreed on that. And today. Yeah, feel free to laugh at me. I don't care. We've gone getting overrun in midfield. We're not getting the ball forward. So what we'll do, we'll take off a midfielder, that being our best midfielder, leaving fucking McTominay in the middle, and we'll get a striker to go stand up top for a bit. Esteban Ocon lost control of his car on turn 14, the same spot the car signs in P2, and the car damage leaves qualifying in doubt. Nice one, Esteban, you knob. Fred, crossfield ball into Diego Dallo. Bruno loses it to Basuma. Basuma's been quality today, by the way. Shout out to Basuma. He's been fantastic. And here comes Brighton. Through on goal. Surely going to make it 5. Hit the post. Dallo just about gets back. Brighton to win 4-0 was 81 at the start of the game. 5-0 was 200 to 1. Guy better actually taking the piss. Honestly, I mean, I thought Dallo was doing all right at the start. He's fucking awful now. First I laughed at United fans, but now I feel kind of sorry. I'm a Barca fan. They were in the mud too, but with a manager change and board change, it went well. You lost. Maguire's coming on. McTominay. Matic in just the first half alone has made more passes than McTominay has up until this point. He's fucking awful. How does Scott McTominay continue to play every game and last the 90 every time? He's fucking useless. The sooner that donkey is out of this club, the better. Every time I see something about McTominay on Twitter, it makes it worse because he's fucking shit. It just angers me because he's treated by a lot of the fans as if he's some fucking amazing player. He's fucking shit. He's 24. This guy's 24. I think he's nearly 25. He can't pass. He can't show for the ball. He can't do fucking anything. And yet we treat him, well, half this fan base treats him like he's fucking 19. Camavinga for Real Madrid came on against Manchester City, changed the game and has done in every Champions League game this season for them. Camavinga at 19. We treat McTominay if he's better than him. He's fucking useless. But he won't get moaned at because he tries. Well, he hasn't fucking tried hard enough, has he? Because he's been shit today again. Fucking he's a tosser. What's the point in getting Ten Hag when we can't play back? You get rid of him, don't you? You get rid of him. You get rid of all the wasters. Like will McTominay be here next season? If McTominay was fucking Brazilian, he wouldn't be here. He's worse than Anderson. But I bet he goes backwards. Go on, McTominay. What are you going to do? Oh, no, you'll pass it to Freddie. I mean, Fred's not good enough either. I mean, he's better than McTominay, but it's a case of who's like, I don't know. It's like saying which lung do you want the cancer in? They're both not good enough, but it's not like that at all, is it? Because there's no better lung to get it in. I mean, at least Fred wins the ball back there. Go on, Bruno. What are you going to do? Gives it to Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, he's taken too long. Blocked. Was that Adam from the United stand in the sub on the in the crowd there? And here comes Harry Maguire. It'll be a 3-5-2. Like this. So Cavani and Ronaldo up top. Bruno there. Tellers there. Who's playing where in that back five? I looked at Maguire's on the left. So that's what we're seeing now. Absolutely quality. We'll sort that. I don't think Mata played well today, I have to be honest. Look, I wanted Mata to play. Don't know why I bothered. There we go. Brighton are doing a Liverpool. Maguire! Oh! Cavani! I think he's offside. He's offside, isn't he? He's offside. I think it was going in from Maguire as well. Maguire's done more in 2 seconds than this whole team has. Good header, unlucky. Miles off, Cavani. Going in. I think it's going into. Might hit the post. Let's please say it's hitting the post. I'm not convinced that's not crawling into the bottom corner. No, it's not. It's not. It's fine. What fixtures do West Ham have? Otherwise, you might be losing out on Europa League, which is even worse. Than it. West Ham have they still have like some actual tough games, so I'm not really worrying about West Ham. Plus, ignorance is bliss. If I pretend that they're not going to get near to me in my head, I think that it can't bother me. But look, I mean, look. West Ham have two. We have 2 games in hand on us. They would have to win both of those to go level with us. Bruno! Sanchez is behind it. And West Ham do have Man City, and they have Brighton as well. Owen, I don't want to hear it, mate. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. We're fucking shit. Go on, Dallo. What are you going to do, mate? What are you going to do, Diego? Oh, you're going to do that. That was good. Who were you trying to pick out? Was it Lewis Dunk? You waste of time. Go on, Harry. Win the header again, Harry. I think Harry Maguire likes a goal against Brighton. Don't know if that's factual or not, but we'll say it. Ball comes in. Sanchez has it. Robert Sanchez today has been very, very good for Brighton. I'll be honest. I've never really been that impressed or that big of a fan of Robert Sanchez. I am now. I'm a big fan of Robert Sanchez now. He's been so good today. The Brighton fans, all round of applause. I'm not quite sure what it's for. Is it Solly March? Oh, so yeah, Solly March has come off for Tariq Lamptey. The Lamptey's on. Well, I'm shitting it. He's quick. He's up against Tellez, and he's rubbish. Cavani's offside again. Cavani still thinks he's on fucking holiday. Ronaldo just booted the ball away. You could argue that's his second yellow. Luckily, it won't, but you could argue. You could argue it for sure. Any transfer news for United? Only that we're not getting. We're just shit. Trossard loses it. Fred. Bruno just absolutely snapped. Bruno just wallops the ball forward. Fucking hell. Fucking hell. Maguire does the same. Like, Maguire's actually our man of the match, and that's just because he's been the least shit. I mean, Maguire's the 6 at the moment. Subs have been used to. I still think Cavani thinks he's on holiday. The guy's been caught offside so many times. He had a chance, he missed it. You've probably covered this, but who would you really see have gone for? Look, I mean, I haven't. Well, I mean, obviously we've spoken about it here and there, but I haven't made a video from it about it, and I'll do that after the Palace game at the end of the season, because there's no real point talking about it now when there's still a game left. You might as well just wait until after the season. But I mean, from that starting lineup, by the way, no, that's fine. I mean, it's been. I assume you're Spanish, because of the fact you support Barcelona. But I haven't noticed. Norwich, Man City, and Brighton have. They have Man City. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Again, Norwich and Brighton. Well, they'll beat Norwich. I think Brighton might get something, but they'll lose to City, so we'll be fine. From the Netherlands, fair enough. Just a fan of Johan Cruyff and their sort of football. Do you follow a Dutch team? But yeah, I mean, from that starting lineup with Erik ten Hag coming in, I mean, I'm not going to. I'm going to go through in general over for where if we want to get to competing for titles under Erik ten Hag, not just for this summer, because I know you can't really do all of them. De Gea would be gone. I like De Gea, not the goalkeeper for Erik ten Hag. Not complete enough. He's not a modern keeper, and for Erik ten Hag, that's kind of a must. So he would be gone. Lindelof and Maguire would probably be gone. Dalot would be gone. McTominay and Fred. Telles would be gone. Bruno can probably stay. Cavani is gone. Ronaldo would probably be gone as well. So, from that starting lineup, I'm not keeping many of them. And I mean, look, looking at just next season from that lineup, McTominay has to be gone. But next season, Shaw will come back in at left back, and rightly so. Cavani won't be here, which is good. Preferably, Fred wouldn't be here as well. I don't know what will happen with Dalot. I mean, most of the squad just isn't good enough. I mean, looking at that bench, Henderson's not good enough for me. I like Wan-Bissaka, but probably isn't good enough. Jones isn't good enough. Mata isn't, and he's already going. Fernandez isn't there yet. Matic is going already. Lingard's off. And Alanga and Garnacho both aren't ready. You look at the players that aren't involved. Rashford's not good enough for me. I like Martial. I like Donny van der Beek. Pogba's leaving. Massive job. And here comes Brighton. Good advantage. Usual use of the advantage there by the officials. And Maguire steps in, makes a good tackle on Welbeck. United look to play back. No, Telles goes into De Gea. I used to follow the Eredivisie, especially Feyenoord, but Eredivisie has died down for me. On the other hand, I have no idea how fast the Eredivisie is now. Well, I mean, for me, I'm trying not to judge. Well, I'm judging like performance levels and how good Ajax are based on their time in the Champions League, because Eredivisie isn't the quality of the Premier League, is it? So saying they win the Premier League all the time, it doesn't say they would do really well in the Premier League or whatever. Their performances in the Champions League says a lot more and is way more important to me. And the fact that they are so successful in the Champions League and they play such good stuff. They should have beat Benfica quite convincingly, really. They were the much better team that day, or in both legs. The run they went in 2 years ago in the Champions League, they've been very, very good in Europe. So to transition that sort of style and the ability to play in the Champions League with that Ajax team, who have less of a budget than Manchester United, who kind of rely on kind of identifying talents from elsewhere, like Leon, like that Mexican centre back / midfielder. Same with the Argentinian one. Like is it Alvarez and Martinez? Both come from really nowhere. Where United don't have to do that. We can go sign established players. Will give us the advantage and should mean, with an Ajax star that is so successful and so good, with better players, we should be just as successful. If that makes sense. Tell you what, though, I'm looking forward to the Champions League finals. I mean, we're still talking about the game, but I'm just kind of ignoring it at this point because it's just boring, isn't it? It's just boring. The Manchester United fans are now chanting Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's name, apparently. Why? He's the reason we're in this mess. There's Dalot. Fred. There it is. There it is. Fred has just received a ball, a rolling ball under like very little to no pressure and has miscontrolled it. Also, you said something about Johan Cruyff this week. They made a whole documentary with unseen clips of Cruyff. It's insane how ahead of this time he was. Yeah, Cruyff is unbelievable, isn't he? Not just as a player, as a manager, as a philosopher of football. The guy's unreal, isn't he? Unreal. Maguire nearly scored again. How is Maguire, out of all players, Maguire being our best goal threat? All right, Lucy. Take the piss much. If you're going to say that, at least say it in a donation. Here's Danny Welbeck. Just wide. Just wide. Danny Welbeck. My giddy gosh. Comes close. Oh, guess who it was losing the ball? Yes. Go on. Everybody in chat, guess who lost the ball? I'll give you a hint for those who don't know. It's a Mr. 30, hashtag 39. Oh, star Scottish midfielder. Scott McTominay. Losing the ball again. Cavani's just kicked Basuma in the head. Fucking hell. He thinks he's playing Mortal Kombat. Are we sure Cavani's not still in home? The guy thinks he's playing Mortal Kombat. What's going on? Lamptey up against Fred and Tellez. Still gets the cross in. Still gets it in. Cucurella just nutmeg Dallo. Dallo's a joke, by the way. Is that a foul by McTominay? Yep, it is. He's giving away a free kick. Right, guys. See you later. I'm going to bed. Night. 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 Fucking hell. Fuck off, Caicedo. Oh, we are so shit. We are so shit. Oh, if Brighton score from this corner, this free kick, I'm going to lose it. Go on then. Go on, Pascal Gross. Put a good ball in. I know you want to. Go on. Go on, Pascal. Go on. I just sense a goal. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes in straight. If it goes straight in. Let's see. Pascal Gross. Fuck me, that was shit. He's actually hit Fred. How the hell do you hit Fred? You're taking a free kick, basically a corner, and you hit fucking Fred. That's the level of this Brighton team. They've just hit Fred from a free kick, which is basically a corner. I'm going to 4-0 down to him. Yeah. So it all comes through the same. I couldn't be asked to change it. Or set up a new one. My God, we can't even passing out from the back is all over the gaff. Fred flicks it on. Loses out. Pascal Gross. The hair saves. He's now the big snoozing. Just lay there, mate, for the rest of the game. Almost as embarrassing losing to Lucy. Again, we spoke about this. Gross delivers. They win the header. Dallo brings it down on his chest. But something's happened. Duncan McTominay's on the floor. Why am I not surprised? McTominay's fighting people rather than playing football. McTominay's saying it's a foul. Yeah, you probably did foul him, you prick. And we've given a Pascal Gross another chance to put a ball into the box. Second time lucky for Brighton. Come on, can they make it 5? Ball comes in. It's a good ball. They win the first ball, win the second. De Gea has it. I mean, winning that. Oh. That's not very nice, is it? That's just bullying. Moises Caicedo gets man of the match, by the way. He deserves it. He's been actually very good today. We are rubbish, aren't we? We are rubbish. Let's just knock the ball around. Keep it simple. Ronaldo. McTominay. Oh, he's done it. He's made a pass. I would love to see how many McTominay's game on its by itself. Hope that £1 gets you something nice. It will. It will get me 100 1p sweets. And Bruno Fernandes finds Ronaldo. Edge of the box, Ronaldo. Shot blocked. Fred, don't volley it. Dallo, what are you going to do? What are you going to do, Diogo? Could have hit that. Puts it across. Straight into the hands of football. We're playing David Moyes football. David Moyes football gets his teams to Europa League semi-finals. David Moyes football is only, what, 6 points below us? With 2 games in hand. Don't criticise David Moyes' football. Shocking to say, I know, but I mean, when he was, yeah, I know what you mean, mate. I'm just kind of summarising how bad we are and the situation we're actually in. Like, it's unlikely West Ham will, but it's not improbable. Certainly possible. Fred. I don't know how much out of time there was, by the way. We're in the 92nd minute, but this guy doesn't seem to be telling us how long has been added. Well, we're the only United side in the world. I know that's not what you meant, but try and add a bit of comedy in. The referees put us out of our misery. Brighton 4, Manchester United 0 is the full-time result. Utterly embarrassing. I think that's the only word to put to only words, isn't it? From first minute to last. Can anyone think of a good thing to say about that United team today? Just one will do. Because I certainly can't. I certainly can't. The match reaction is going to be a good one, isn't it? That's. I mean, I don't even have the energy to do it, but I feel I've got to do it, so I will. But I don't have the energy. It's just not. It's just kind of. It feels like a chore now just to talk about this United team at times because we are just so boring. We're so shit. It's the same. It's the same as every other week. Like it's nice when we have an exception. After Brentford, after Arsenal, yes, we lost against Arsenal, but there was signs of encouragement and signs to be positive. And we go and throw it all away by doing this barrel of shit. I'm just getting bullied in the super chats. But thank you both. But look, I mean, look, we'll move over to the match reaction. I'll be live over there in about 5 or so minutes, so I'll see you all over there. You gonna react to Tottenham versus Liverpool? No, I won't. Sorry, yeah, no, I won't. I didn't plan to do that game. I've got stuff. I've got uni deadlines coming up. I've got work to crack on with. So I just don't have time. I'm far too behind, basically, at the moment. So unfortunately, I won't be. But I mean, I'm sure Liverpool will win. But like I said, thank you all for watching. We'll move over to the match reaction. I'll be live over there in about 5 or so minutes. I'll just have to quickly sort out all the graphics and whatever for it. But yeah, I'll see you all over there in a bit. Peace.